dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we had football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. It's a screamer picked up around the 27. They're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League. First carry for James Conner, and not a whole lot of room to there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 17 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people up and down the field.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, it obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to win.
Here's Murray from midfield. Flushed out
this motherfucker gets...
Murray fighting, lost the football.
No, he got flag on it. I'm not accepting it. I ain't letting him win like that. Idiot.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend.
Well, he'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, seem we did hold on to.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that's good. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears here the Browns shaking up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Get it, boys.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns team. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, big play resulted for his guys.
So you like the credit to the defense there, right? Footing always a concern, but the extra points are good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a squibber picked up around the 20. And they got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that?
Are you stupid, bitch?
In the word, take it. They got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left through the 3rd. Murray now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they let go for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Landry now on the return.
God damn you bitches.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Hail Mary.
The Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Fucking son of a bitch.
Going to look deep now for Landry.
All right.
And a dangerous throw there as that's
bullshit. Come on, bitch.
2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He spots Landry.
Bitch, get off me.
Nice catch. Jarvis Landry. And touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 87 yards. Now the Browns ready quickly for 6.
That was a hell of a run there, boy. Fuck that.
Extra point by
14-0.
Good. And it's now 14-0.
You damn skippy hippie. 14-0, you damn skippy hippie.
It's a squibber picked up at the 27.
Oh, bitch, get down.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ready to go their next drive and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a second drop right here in the first quarter.
I was going to say, only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. This defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Murray now on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. The ball of DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Throws Murray. And that is incomplete. The Browns team locked in on 3rd down. Brings up
oh, shit. That's a big ass hell of a try, man. Oh.
And this is caught.
Damn, they did it. Wow. 57 yards? Wow, man. That's good. That's a good fucking over there.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for
14-3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recovered.
Hey, they made that, man.
And then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Oh, he's got a little
yeah, boy.
30, the 20. You like it? And touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to
He's using the force, man. He's using the force.
For the extra point. And it's 21-3.
All right.
Not sure if
You damn Skippy hit me. Let's go.
It scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Get the fuck off.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Oh, they did.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
Right.
So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second kick, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Malcolm Smith there for to stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Got his man completely.
Yeah, what?
That's Hopkins. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go for one personality. That's you, Charles Davis. To another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
There he is.
First down, Cardinals after the catch there by DeAndre Hopkins. Remember, he spent 7 seasons in Houston, now in his 2nd year with Arizona, and went over 10,000 yards receiving for his career last year. Another big season, also tied his career high with 115 catches.
Yeah.
Bigger than the Hail Murray against the Buffalo Bills. I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding it over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Dancing to his left. And this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Now Matt Prater for the point after.
21-10. Yeah.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
He's damn Skippy hippie.
That time a 6-play drive.
He's still
and the play that
him.
polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just sit on this one as they're going to start at the 25. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. And we check the rushing numbers so far here in week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride more in the season toward the end. There's still
first down, bitch.
Because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors and some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Oh, damn.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there, making 2nd and 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake, Mayfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. There's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another play, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? Right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down the defense.
An opening for Chubb as he dashes forward for about 7. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. Joe Burrow, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception.
Raiders didn't get none.
Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers.
Yeah,
Rashad Bateman, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well.
I dominated the Chargers
And the game
yesterday.
you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half.
Yes, sir.
These guys have the lead.
Damn
as
Skippy
we'll hand
hippie.
it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Yeah, let's get back. That was halftime. We get back now. Middle.
Forecast for more the second rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
I'm going to take a knee.
No run back here.
I'm going to do a Hail Mary.
We will start at the 25-yard line. The
Why
offense
not?
drops back out there. Let's turn
Hail Mary.
Out of Nick Chubb. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he's
Yes.
He's got it. He got it.
Stop me down on business. Yeah, probably get me up again. Yeah.
10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
28-10.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and in. And the lead is up to 18 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The football going back over to Arizona now. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be
Show me your guns. Yeah.
efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times.
Right, sponsored by Monster Energy.
That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun, Murray.
Oh, yeah.
That was across midfield inside the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Gonna get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line.
28-10.
That's good for a
2 minutes left.
And it'll be second and very
In the
short.
third
Just about
quarter.
every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh. And his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results last year as he's been in and out of the game. But with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Yeah, give me a little Pepsi.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season.
Oh,
the Cardinals cut into that lead. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, This looked like this was about over. Instead, they got home. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make
28
this
to
now an
17.
11-point deficit. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up at the 30-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break up the big run on his own.
He tripped me, laying down. Hell no, he lays down too. Some of the best. Yeah, it did like some logging type. Like a log, straight lay down, let me trip over.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. The run for Nick Chubb. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a lot.
That's quarter coming up.
Not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, still doing this, that's when things start to get real for them. I think they're going to rush your brand at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows and boxing. Slow them down, and they really start to take over in this game.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one of the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. It's like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's
31.
And that will extend their lead even further. He was a spectator.
31-17.
Opportunity of the entire contest, but
let's
he
go.
was able to connect.
Yeah, had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he sees to this.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys are struggling to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Got a counter. And it's when he stopped at the 44. That was good for 7 yards. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Now a desperation throw deep in the field. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and he will bring us across midfield at the 49-yard line. And St. Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores. They had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And it's going to be met at about the 43. Called it a couple of this, leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. When you're through the Meadowlands, all they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Damn.
So here's the 1st and 10 at the 38. A give. This is Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go. Oh, shit. That's game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.
31-17.
By a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets appreciated from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Yeah, it's over.
So for the Browns, they're...
Hell yeah, 31-17. Final 6-0. Upgrade all players. Advance to next week. All right. I'm going to save it right here. Subscribe for more smoke videos creeping up on your YouTube screen.